Hello everyone, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's Wargame World, and we're in the basement. We did the poll, we had all kinds of ideas, Star Trek, Gorns, anyhow, it seems that we're going to be playing War of 1812, the Battle of New Orleans. Those of you that don't know about the Battle of New Orleans, there's the great song, and Goober the Traveling Bear is here too. Couple serious things before we start on a War of 1812 setup. I do not do politics, neither does Goober. My Wargame channel, my history channel, is purely made for fun and education and paint your figures while listening to me, so I don't do politics. However, Emily, Miss Emily, I don't know her last name, I wouldn't say it if I did. She is the park ranger on my Goober calendar for the Hampton Mansion. And with the current restructuring of the federal government and all, she had to get, she was laid off. So Miss Emily was on the back of the Goober calendar, and the Hampton Mansion featured for February. I wish her the very best. I know she watches the channels at times. And if you know a park ranger, tell them, the best wishes, and hopefully this restructuring of our federal government will get concluded soon and get back to normal. So, War of 1812, don't forget, Blue Panther Printing, Bill Molyneux Games. I have the War of 1812 game with 40 scenarios of the War of 1812, including this one. All right, let's look at our rule book. This is what our table is going to look like, left to right. We got to find an Andrew Jackson figure and get some troops in here. We're going to use the scenario guide from the Canadian Wargamers group, Rocket's Red Glare. And very quickly, we have our map. Okay, there we go. All right, so if that's how our map would look to our table. Okay. The swamp off to the left, I'm just not quite doing that. The reason is all my trees are packed up for Cold Wars. All right. Order of battle for this game is relatively large. And here we go. So I'm going to be using 3 base units again. And we'll put I guess we'll do the British first. And they have some artillery out there too. And a rocket battery. We'll use the Zulu War rockets for this game also. And we'll pause the camera here. We're going to talk about a couple of special things we're going to put in this game. Welcome back. All right, Colonel Handsome, Kevin. Mr. Kevin Colonel Handsome of the Chuckleheads. Well, what do we need besides War of 1812 figures? We need some pirates. That's right. So, Kevin painted these up for me. They've yet to see action. Kevin, Colonel Handsome, if you're watching this video, thank you for making me pirates. So we're going to actually build a unit of pirates. We're all going to, I guess, I'm also going to use some my Alamo figures for militia. So, this is going to be a real hodgepodge game. And as far as our pirate figures go, we're going to put out some artillery. But our units are bases of 3. 3 bases make a unit. And we're just going to gently bring out the tub of pirate figures. Now don't forget, this video is going to help the Weiss Fork battlefield. That's right, everybody. So let's get some pirates here. We're getting a pirate unit together. And I think they would be considered light infantry in all things considered. So they would be based probably 3 figures to a base. What do you think out there? Now, the weather's cold here in Baltimore, and I'm putting this game together, and I don't have time to spray paint these bases and flock them. So, those of you wondering and all, that's the gist of that. Now we're going to have a 4-man pirate gun crew. So let's put together a gun crew or two. Now there we go. Pretty cool. So these pirates, Kevin did a fantastic job on these pirates. Let's try to get it focused in. I mean, he really did. I got to get Kevin a bottle of adult beverage for this. I did pay him a little bit, but so there's our pirates. So we got a unit of pirates, and we have artillery crew, 4 men. So 1, 2, 3. There's a 4-man crew. 1, 2. Another one with a telescope. And let's see if we find something else here. 3, 4. So we got 2 pirate groups and a pirate skirmish unit. All right. And the rest we won't use for right now. We'll pick them up. So, what else do we need? We need artillery. We'll pause the camera while we look for some artillery. All right, we found some artillery. Now, according to this, we need a big naval gun right in the center, operated by pirates. That's right. Okay. And put another naval gun. Get the camera so you can see what I'm doing, everyone. And I had several people say they liked it that when I did the setup video. So according to our book, we're supposed to have five guns. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. And we have 2 armed. Two of our guns are pirate run. Okay. Let's find some Americans. What do you say? I don't know where the heck the Alamo troops are. There's one heck of a lot of them. I'll pause the camera here. I'm going to go try to find some Alamo troops. Hey, to those of you that said they wanted to see the Alamo game, well, think of it this way. We're going to, these were painted by the great Jim Shaw, by the way. We are going to do the Alamo. We're going to use the Alamo figures for our we're going to use some of these Alamo guys for our Kentuckians and all. What do you think of that? That's right. So let's put together, and let's get this camera up so you can see what I'm doing. Live action. So we have a pirate unit, and we need some fellas with coonskin caps and such, which I'm finding plenty of. So we'll get them together here. And get our coonskin cap boys together. So we're using Alamo figures for our War of 1812. I'm putting this militia unit in this. And we have coonskin cap guys here. Now, if our weather breaks, I don't know. I might spray paint them really quick before we actually play. And I hope you all know right now this is nothing more than a setup game, and I found a lot of coonskin cap figures. I think this one was painted by, I don't know, this might be a Frank Prez figure. But we have plenty of coonskin cap guys here. And so we're fighting Kentuckian with John Wayne. Plus we'll find a few more bases here. And there's supposed to be 3 units of Kentucky infantry, militia. All right, so right now I only have 3 built. So we got to build 1 more. And I'll get blocks for these. And I'll pause the camera here. Okay, everybody. So I got some blocks here. Now I can put glue beads down, sort of like little rubbery glue tabs, I guess. So they'll stay on these bases. Now, at some point, I got to zip upstairs and work on dinner for Lisa. And as you know, I'm always multitasking. There we go. So we have our 3 units of Kentucky militia. All right. I'll probably use now, I need gunners. We'll go get the War of 1812 boxes out. We'll put the Alamo Americans away. Oh, if you're wondering what this big green area is, this is my ditch. Okay? So all British units have to stop in the ditch, and then they come out the next turn. Okay? And so that's where we're at with that. That's the ditch. And we're going to have to rearrange the artillery in some manner to get all the infantry in. I'll have to also look at the scenario book. I also could use my own scenario book, come to think of it, too. All right. We are out in the other room where it's just 10 feet high of boxes of 54 millimeter figures. I'm back now. And one day Josh is going to be like, I don't know. I hope Jim Shaw outlives me. It'd be funny if he had to help Josh haul all this shit out of my basement one day. All right, we need an Andy Jackson. What do you think? Or is that a better Andy Jackson? We'll put them both to the side. All right, we do have some gun crews. These are the 95th Rifles. So Jason Skelke of Sharp's Rifles is going to be in this game. That'll be interesting. We'll have to get out a figure and mark one that's him. There we go. So I have to look at the book. But what a mess. I've only used these once. These were purchased from, who did I get these from? I got these from the great Mike Priest, John, the famous author and historian. He's going to be a speaker at Cold Wars too, come to think of it. So we have our gun crews here, which is really cool. We'll get the rest of these figures out of here. I'm just setting them off to the side as you watch Wargaming and Excellence. That's a joke, huh? So Ronald McDonald in England, he really enjoys watching this channel. And everyone out there, I appreciate all of you. You know, I saw Little Wars TV and their gigantic Lord of the Rings game, and it's stunning. And no, I've never been there. I get asked that a lot. I know the fellas. They've interviewed me. You can watch some of the interview videos that I've done with them. But they're in an entirely different league than I am. I'm in the, I don't know what you'd call it, the little league. All I know is I'm a bit of a goof probably in their eyes, but we're all trying to do the same thing. Have fun with a hobby and not take life so serious. Right? So we'll build up some regiments here. Let me see if I can get the camera a little bit situated. Okay. So we do our flag in the center like that. According to this, I need about 4 regiments. Okay. Now we got one already built. And Mr. John Priest, Mike Priest, if you're watching this, I really appreciate the figures that you sold to me at a very reasonable price. So, get our other regiments here. This is really bugging me, everyone. Freaking 25 degrees out and they're calling for snow, but I still may take them things outside and hit them with a quick thing of spray paint. I don't know there. And I think this is an elite unit. I'm not sure. I have to check them out. We will not be playing this game tonight, of course. And don't forget, this weekend, I go to Philadelphia to obtain a large war game collection. And that I'm going to video it and unbox it. Some of it has not been unboxed in over a decade or more, I've been told. So that will be interesting, huh? Okay. Step back a little bit. And we'll throw some gun crews out here. They're not going to be perfect. Four gunners. 1, 2. We got pirate gunners. Are pirate gunners better than American gunners? Dave Markle. Dave over in Shenandoah Valley. You know everything. If you're watching this video, leave a message. how do I grade pirate gunners? Do I grade them average? Above average? What do you think? Hey, everybody. I mean, one of the neat things about having viewers all over the country and also in England is we get to goof around with things like that. So, the actual War of 1812 rules I'm using are the same ones I used for the Battle of North Point, which several people liked. And we have a few extra figures. I'm just going to set them to the side. And this guy goes out there because that's Richard Sharp. So we have Sharp's rifles out here. The actual 95th rifles are at this. That's right. So Jason, let's get out the book. Yeah, 95th rifles. All right, we'll have to do a plug for Jason's book from the Diary of the Crimean, where he talks about his adventures there. I'm going to go find some British troops. Okay, everyone, we found some British troops. More of the 95th rifles. Now I need some Highlanders, and we have Revolutionary War Highlanders, and you know what? We have some Highlanders here, War 1812, but we're going to need more. I think I need quite a few regiments. I go look at the book. I think it's 12 three-base regiments and 5 artillery pieces, and that rocket battery. And again, these are mostly all Mike Priest figures here. And we'll go through and double check my order of battle later. Okay, everyone. Oh, right now. And I really appreciate. I wish I could have the chuckleheads over, but my wife's really not up into having us have company. And I gotta say, Walt and everyone in the chuckleheads, they were just fantastic about that. No issues. Well, Walt and Kevin and all, they're great. Now, I don't know how far to set these up right now, so we're just winging it for now, and then later I will get out the book and see where we're at. We got a British leader. We'll go like this. We'll form them up later, I guess. We got Highlanders. Another British unit. So he's there. Here's a beautiful Highlander command stand with flag and bagpipes playing. Another Highlander unit. Set him to the side. From what it's all this swampy ground everywhere. Really nice how John had these worked out for regimental flags. By the way, I can tell that I need to form these up a little bit better. I do have the Highlanders with Highlanders, but they're not all with the same colors. Not a big deal. We can fix it in a little while. I don't know. I seem to have an extra flag, and this is another 95th rifle. which goes way over there. You don't mind if I walk it over there, do you? All right. So our 95th Rifles formed in a skirmish line. By the way, several people left messages on smoke. We will use fine grains of smoke in this battle. All right. So let's see where we're at for regiments. And by the way, I'm walking out into the other room, just checking to see if I have any more. I'm pulling down a box. And okay. So I know for a fact I got more Highlanders for the American War of Independence. We will use those. I will not use British tri-corner hats. Only Shakos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically have 7 regiments. Plus the 95th Rifles. Now, let's see here. We got the Rockets Red Glare. We need 1, 2, 3. Royal Marines for 2. I can use my British Light Infantry for that. We need a company of Dragoons. They're really great going through redoubts and all. So let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 95th Rifles on the table. Don't have to count that. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 11 3-base regiments. Where are we at, everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My goodness. We need about 4 more regiments. All right. What I'm going to do is we're going to Rockets Red Glare. And I'm going to pause the camera for a moment. All right, everybody. Well, we have to find a batch of another 11 or so, or 4 more regiments of British Highlanders and British a unit of light infantry. We'll use some light infantry from the Rev War figures. We may go and spray paint those bases. We will review our rules and all for this week's game. And this is the setup video for the Battle of New Orleans. I hope you've enjoyed this. And for our scenario, don't forget Jason Sulkey on Facebook, Rifleman Harris, his book, The Diary of a Crimean, tells about him making these, the Sharps movies. Really cool guy, and I've interviewed him. So, and this is a scenario book we're using. All right, everyone. I have to go make some soup and get prepared for She Who Must Be Obeyed. And that's from H. Rider Haggard, my favorite author, along with Donald Featherstone, Ian Knight, and of course, Howard Whitehouse. All right, stay safe, be kind, be courteous, let people know about my channel. And April 30th, we'll be donating more money, just like I do all the time, just by watching this channel. So Ronald McDonald and everyone else out there, just keep watching. And believe it or not, we've raised over, I think, $280 already by just you watching my crazy videos. And I appreciate every one of you. And thank you again. Oh, Kevin would want me to say, be true to your school.